Hello, my Virgo. I want to thank you guys. Right now, you guys are the MVP because even though I haven't been consistent with my content and things like that, I'm not going to make excuses. I've not been consistent, but the Virgos are really coming through. I thought it was going to be the Sagittarius, but so far it's the Virgo. Okay. Second is the Taurus. So Taurus and Virgo, I actually think maybe Taurus is, I don't remember which one is more, but anyway, Virgo, this is about you right now. And I have a very interesting reading. In initial phase, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can represent deceit. It can also represent handling a situation with diplomacy, like talking through situations, not necessarily throwing hands or like, there is deceit. So I'm not saying that there's not going to be an altercation involved, but this type of situation that goes on is the type where if you do try to harm this individual or whatever, they're going to turn it around and make you look like the villain. So you kind of got to fool the fool that thinks they're fooling you. You know what I mean? The Fool card is not present, but this is the energy that I'm getting just from this. Okay, what do we have in your desires? Your desires is to have the world, you know what I mean? The triumph over, adversities and be successful. Of course, when you have the world, you have balance, you've got love, you've got finances, resources, you've got intuition, you've got, that fire that keeps you going. This is what you desire. And with this in the helping position, we have the Hangman, right? The Hangman is something that typically represents like looking at things with a new perspective, but in this case this is actually right side up. So maybe how it's helping you is, being that it's in reverse, maybe you are more grounded in reality right now as opposed to hanging, you know what I mean, and just like kind of seeing what ideas you get. It seems like you're somewhat grounded. He does look like he's standing on like a balance beam in this way. Sorry, I just heard like a big fucking loud noise that should piss me off. I don't know, y'all ever like hear something like a loud noise like so suddenly and like it just irritates you? That's what just happened, and I'm just like, fuck, don't interrupt my readings. Anyways, so back to you, Virgo. It's always so intense around the readings. Anyway, so yes, the Hangman here is about perspective. I feel like you're being realistic and grounded in your goals. Sometimes people are not very realistic, and like everybody has a ladder to success, but like if the ladder is like, if the spaces between the ladder are so big that you can't even reach the first ledge, how are you going to climb? How are you going to climb up it? And some people might say, well, yeah, climb on the side of it. Okay, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you need to make your goals smaller so they're attainable and you can reach up, you know what I mean, and get there, you know what I mean, as opposed to like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even reach those goals. They're so high up. It's like, hey, I want to be a millionaire. Okay, but you got to have a plan, right? You can't just be like, all right, I'm a millionaire. Bam. If you could, please share your secrets with me. Anyway, so in the opposing, we actually have Four of Wands. Four of Wands can represent coming together with somebody. How I always see the Four of Wands is like it's been a while since you've been with them. Four of Wands can symbolize like family matters. Is this somebody in your family who is not maybe on board with your goals, So something that always bothered me, like when you tell somebody your goals and they just like start speaking fear into it, like, oh yeah, but that's just crazy, like I would never want to start my own business. It's like, don't get in my way. Like, I have goals set for myself. I've got a plan, you know what I mean? And I don't need your doubt, okay? Just because it doesn't work for you or because you don't like to do it doesn't mean that I can't accomplish it, and I'm going to. And the fact that you just kind of led with that, like, oh yeah, I wouldn't do that, but sure, yeah, you can do it. That's half-assed support, and I don't need that negativity in my life, right? So it looks like maybe somebody, maybe they do support you in their own way, you know what I mean, but at the same time they don't know nothing about what you're trying to do, or maybe it's not really their type of, like, maybe you're selling like fishing gear or something. I just said something random, right? And they don't fish, you know what I mean? Or maybe you sell jewelry, like, gold jewelry and like bracelets and stuff like that, and they don't really wear jewelry or buy jewelry. So that's, you know what I mean? So maybe you're dealing with that type of situation where you feel like you're not getting wholehearted support. But please believe, people, they do want to believe in you. It's just like, it's like that they say when a person gets a job, everybody's like, oh, cool, bro, yeah, you got a job, awesome, dude, keep up the good work. But then when you say, I started a business, people are just like, cricket, cricket, cricket. Because you kind of then have to prove to people that you're actually going to be with the business, because so many people claim that they are onto this investment and then they invest in something else, and then next thing you know, they've claimed to start, a business like 5 times, and none of them have succeeded. So I think that's where the doubt comes in. Still, I think it's ridiculous. Like, starting your business is one of the hardest things that you'll ever do. Like, it's so simple to go in and do a 9-to-5 job where people tell you what your schedule's going to be, and every day you go there how much you're getting paid. You know what I mean? And if you don't, there's a problem there. It's another problem on its own. But you know what I mean? You guys got to stick with your goals. And I have a feeling with this Chariot that you will. Even if people don't necessarily support you in the way that you wish that they would, people are doing the best that they can. We are all damaged in a little way. And even if you don't feel it, I mean, they do support you. Some of them probably don't, and to hell with them. You know what I mean? But yes, Virgo, you guys are doing it. You're doing what you're supposed to do. So like I said, handle the situation with diplomacy. Don't get too bent out of shape because, everybody doesn't know how to really empathize with you. They don't really know how to support you if it's not something that they need or use. You know what I mean? Don't feel bad. Strangers will make you rich. Okay, take care.